Well, hello everybody. This is a very special day and I wanted to share it with you. We're going to be celebrating the birthday of an icon in rural agriculture. My friend, whom I know very well, Steve Stubblejumpski, is 30 years old today. So I've asked him to join us and we're going to have a few laughs and share a little bit about the memories of Steve being born on September 20th, 1986. So I've asked Steve to join us and here he comes. Hi, Steve. Well, hello, Rob, son of a gun. Good to see you, Steve. I'm doing great there. It's good to be here. Look at that. We're going to have a celebration, are we? I didn't know what you invited me here for.
Oh, Steve, good to have you here, Steve.
Rob.
Happy
Holy
birthday.
cow.
You're 30 years old.
I'm 30 years old? Really?
Did you know
I
that?
didn't know that, son of a gun. Where have the years gone?
Do you remember when this whole thing began in 1986?
Well, I wasn't there at my own birth, but what I hear was that Randy Saskew, Rob Saik were thinking how could they make the opening of Agritech funny, so they were chugging back some Coors and sipping on some Canadian Club whiskey, and they said that my mom was a half case of Coors and my dad was a bottle of CC, and the hat came out and Steve Stubblejumpski was born.
So Steve, you've been doing this for a long time. Do you remember all of the events and places that you've gone?
Well, it's hard to know how many events. I remember way back, one of the first things I did was I had a friend, David Wojcik, who asked me to Winnipeg to do the WFCDA. Like, it's not like CFCW, WFCDA, Western Fertilizer Chemical Dealers Association meeting. And I did that. And they thought it was funny. So after people were coming up and they said, Steve, can you come to my town? And that began the steamroller. And I don't know how many places I've been, but places like Climax, Saskatchewan. I've been to, Fenelon Falls, Ontario. I've been to Barrie, Ontario. I've been to United States and all the way to Fort St. John's, BC. All over the place. It's been fantastic.
You know, I think back over the 30 years, Steve, and all of the strange stuff that I know you've done, but I want you to think about the strangest Steve Stubblejumpski event you ever did. Can you tell us about that?
Well, the strangest event I ever did was back Carolyn Chambers. She was working for Monsanto, and they had a charter flight from Winnipeg with all the Monsanto persons on there. And she says, can you slip on the plane? So just as they were ready to take off, I took the front seat of the airplane, and we're flying up. I went into the bathroom at the front, changed into the overalls, and then snuck around the side wall there. And at 30,000 feet, I got the microphone from the stewardesses because it was a charter flight. And I said, hello, this is your captain, Steve Stubblejumpski. And the Monsanto people freaked out. And I entertained the crowd while we were flying over Regina. I said, on the left side of the plane, you'll look down and you'll see Liberty canola. On the right side, you got Roundup canola. And I was handing out pretzels. So that was one of the strangest things I ever did.
Steve, as you do what you do, what do you think the most important thing is about you as Steve Stubblejumpski? What is it that drives you, and what do you think you bring to people?
Well, I think the most important thing is to not take each other too seriously. I suppose the world is a serious place, and so we need to laugh at each other. Not many people understand farming. Like even today, son of a gun, I was supposed to be combining, but she's too wet out there, and so I had to stop. And people don't understand that in the city. In fact, on the radio coming down on CBC radio, they were saying that, I don't know why all the farmers are complaining about the rain for. Don't they have cabs on their combine? Well, we got cabs, but the grain is wet. And they say the climate is changing everything. I don't think that's true, though.
So, Steve, we haven't seen a lot of you. I know you've been busy on the farm. When's the next time you're going to be making a public appearance? We're interested in when we'll be able to see you again.
Well, you know, I don't get away very often from the farm now because I got livestock, everything. But in the winter time, I like to pull away a little bit because we have a small house, and Stella and I get claustrophobic, so she likes to get me out of the house. So I think this winter I'm going to go up to the Farm Forum event because Agritrend, you guys moved that Farm Forum event to what the hell, Calgary now in December. 6, 7, 8. I think I might go make an appearance there. So I look forward to seeing a bunch of my friends there in Calgary.
And Steve, it's your birthday today, so I have a little bit of a surprise for you.
You
Okay,
have a
Steve?
surprise for me?
Just
What
take-
kind of surprise would you have, Rob? What the heck? Oh, look at that. Holy cow, I'm getting a sunburned son of a gun. Look at that. Oh.
Happy birthday to Steve. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Steve Stubblejumpski. Happy
Okay.
birthday
You ready for
to
this?
you.
You want some cake, Rob?
Yeah, I'd like some cake. Thanks, Steve. That'd be great.
Okay.
I guess we'll see you all at the
we'll
Farm
see you at
Forum
the
event.
Farm Forum event, everybody. I gotta go, Combine.